我们在出国前有跟蛮多韩国队练习的，也有跟菲律宾练习，所以希望这次表现可以很好。
So preparing for the mid-season brawl, we went to Game Effect, which is located in Jönköping, Sweden, and we boot camped. So we basically just scrimmed a lot more, just put a lot more hours in than we usually do, and tried to play some teams from NA as well, because they were also boot camping in Sweden.
我们在出国前有跟
光准备的话，就是因为我们是接替 C1 的名额嘛，就是可能是我们是没想到 C1 会没过，然后我们接替这个名额。 所以准备也不能说是太充分，但是平常的时候我们还依然在国内训练的。
And we boot camped, so we basically just scrimmed a lot more, just put a lot more hours in than we usually do, and tried to play some teams from NA as well, because they were also boot camping in Sweden.
光准备的话，就是因为我们是接替 C1 的名额，没想到。 准备也不能说是太充分，但是
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the mid-season brawl for Heroes of the Storm as we get into our next series here for day number 4, continuing on with more and more action. Always, always, always. I'm joined here at the Analysis Parliament by, of course, Mr. Tetscher down to the end. We have Jayhow and Grubby. I've been told that a gathering of a parliament is actually the plural for owls. So there we go. We're a bunch of owls.
Can confirm I'm a night owl.
Yes, you are.
Who?
Oh no! Actually, oh okay. Right, I see what you're doing. That's some
taking a bit too literal, boys.
Smart stuff there. So we have our next match coming up in just a few moments' time. It's going to be SPT going up against Roll20. And looking at SPT, the position that they're in, unfortunately, they only have themselves 1 point, and they are at the bottom of the group at the moment. So. But they can act as the potential to kind of stop Roll20 rolling on with the momentum.
Well, this is the interesting thing, that Roll20 currently decides who goes through in 4th place, because they play the 2 teams that actually still have a chance of getting in that 4th position over today and tomorrow. They play against SPT now, and then tomorrow they have Nomiya. If either team is able to, if Nomiya is able to take a single game off Roll20, there is no way Super Perfect Team can catch up. If Super Perfect Team 2-0 and then win their game tomorrow, get mapped tomorrow as well, while Nomiya goes 0-2, then there is a chance for SPT to overtake Nomiya.
Yeah, so there's definitely a lot to consider here in this group stage. Very technical, and tomorrow they play Roll20 there, getting ready for things. We've seen a lot from Roll20. We saw that amazing game against MVP Black. Not even Fnatic could take a game off of them. But will Roll20 get the same kind of comps? Probably not. Everyone's kind of scouted that out by now.
They don't think they'll get the same kind of composition, but it's not the only trick that Roll20 has in their bags, as they said. Glarum, kind of the mastermind, the main shot caller, and also the main flex assassin player, he's got a lot of tricks. He's got a lot of heroes he likes to play these days, and they'll kind of try to build a comp around him.
You talk about flexibility, and the rest of the team, they basically flex around him as well. That's the interesting thing about this team. I think it's one of the most underrated parts of this, is that Yoda, he can play that backline assassin, he can play the frontline warrior. Same for Prismaticism. He is their Chromie player, but he also is generally that Ragnaros Dahaka player. So there's a lot of flexibility on this roster to work around that, but one of the key components is Justin there, who is their warrior player, and my goodness, he is just astounding as of late, and I'm a little bit creeped out right now.
I think he's going to crawl out of the monitor and visit the people at home who are watching this.
My eyes are watering, I can't look at the frontline warrior.
Does this actually freak you out?
It doesn't freak me out, it just makes my eyes feel weird.
The cool thing about Roll20 is they were pretty eager to prove that they were the best North American team here. They said so in their pre-game interview, that they were going to show that they are better than TempoStorm.
Yeah.
They've already done really nicely against MVP Black and solidified themselves a nice points total, but I don't think they want to stop rolling here. At this point, it's about pride. Although they have all but guaranteed their advancement from the group stage, I think they're happy to win as many games as they can.
They went up against Fnatic yesterday. Their composition didn't quite hit the mark when going up against Fnatic. They attempted an Netherlands comp towards the end, and against Fnatic it kind of didn't do much at all. But here against SPT, I think we're talking about different spikes in skill here. Wouldn't you say?
I'd say we definitely are. Like I said, Roll20, they're no longer at a point where they are competing to be the best NA team. Right now, they're competing to try and get to be one of the better teams. On the side of Super Perfect Team, though, they have had some inconsistent games, as we've said. They are on the cusp of being eliminated from this tournament. They really need to try and get it together, and they've been looking stronger in each of the games they've played. We can all agree on that. But yeah, it's a big jump.
It's been heavily prioritized in almost all of their games, actually. They tried it against Deadly Kittens yesterday, went 1 loss, 1 win with that. What do you think we can expect, really, from them here?
Well, that's the thing. You can't really know what you're going to expect. I feel like every time I'm up there with Tetcher casting these guys, he will bring out something that I have never heard of before, even though I have thousands of games of Heroes of the Storm on my belt. I've watched hundreds of Heroes of the Storm professional games, and he's like, oh yeah, they run Twin Blades variant. Oh yeah, they run, you know, and so on. I don't want to give everything away, but like,
well, we saw Twin Blades variant.
We did.
It didn't last very long, but we saw it.
It was glorious. It was furious for a little while.
And there's always that crazy thing of like, how do you want to go out, you know? And people are like, I want to be in a racing car burning at 100 miles an hour. That's the way I'm going out. That's Twin Blades variant.
I want to be chased off a cliff by a bunch of cheerleaders. Like,
that's an interesting one, Grubby. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, it's actually a real one. But it's a real option once you get that option.
Yeah, you tick it on the ballot box, I see. Jayhow, though, looking at SPT, what do you kind of make of this team?
Again, it basically evolves from the entire Chinese region. They showed it at the Eastern Clash. They showed it during their season as well, that we just don't know what to expect, maps or draft-wise.
Yeah.
Well, now we know what to expect maps-wise, at least.
First Braxis?
Yeah.
Or second
so, yeah.
Braxis?
I think it's the first.
I think so, too.
I've been sat here every single time, and I'm pretty sure.
my favorite thing that happened backstage during break, because Gale Force loves Braxis.
Yeah.
Fans here, obviously. Glaurung walks up to him and says, thanks for giving us so much practice on Braxis.
I like that. That's good, that's good. But what are we thinking on Infernal Shrines as we go into the draft game number 1 here between SPT and Roll20, boys?
So we have seen a lot of Stitches. Like we said, it seems to be a preferred hero of the substitute player that Super Perfect Team are using in the form of Simba. Gives good wave clear with the slam build, which has become the meta, so I expect to see a Stitches sneak into the draft somewhere. For now, though, they start off with Valor. They very much like that double support comp. If you read their name initials, supports, please too.
Okay, all right. I just heard a very loud, audible "what the" when Diablo was banned. Roll20 took that one not quite in stride. They removed Uther. As far as the...
Still just a fine option. Post 10, you can taunt the Sonya, especially if she's whirlwinding in the back there. But now you have good blow-up compositions, right? To where you can charge in, taunt, Greymane, potentially a Cursed Bullet, potentially a Li Ming on the back end.
But don't you think that Roll20 has made it very easy for SPT to take Medivh themselves now against taunt?
If they even want to. That's the question.
They could, though. And then that could stumble if Roll20 does want it. That's an interesting thought.
I'm trying to remember who played Medivh on Super Perfect Team when they were in China, because if it was Misaka, then that could be
Melody C.
Melody C. Okay, so they could still run it that way. So there is the Medivh being hovered. 60% win rate. Large amount of that is from Roll20.
You're a little bit squishy, but is Gul'dan almost an option here? You have 2 great wave clear options. You have
You
good
see
front
very
line
few
control.
teams committing to Gul'dan when you already have a hope generator.
Agreed.
Like Fala.
I just think that if you have a dive composition of Varian, Greymane, you have the potential Horrify, you have great Shrine control, you have...
The issue with that is they would be running solo Ariel support likely, because they would still need a tank, and there is the potential for Roll20 going Chromie, and like you said, they don't. And the Medivh still makes it in.
Double support.
So this looks like something that Roll20 would be pretty happy with.
I just think that if you have a dive composition of Varian,
I almost
you have
want
potential
Bloodlust.
Horrify, you have great Shrine control, you have
Sonya, like good old auto attack Sonya.
Solo
Ariel port likely.
I mean, it's an interesting one. But so Oriel Rhaegar as the double there for SPT. Not the most common double by any means, and that's why it kind of popped into my head. What do you guys think about this draft?
I do like Bloodlust. But the thing is, both are good here, right?
Yeah,
if you get the Ancestor out against Taunt and Cursed Bullet, Bloodlust does allow you to kind of quickly use your movement speed, because it's not just attack speed, right? To use it to dodge Twilight Dream. Everyone can feel that coming when Malf gets in position. It will be cool.
I suppose the argument, the super counter argument would be
but the thing
line.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, Bloodlust later. Hold on a second. Let us reposition and get ready for this. I really like Roll20's draft, but SPT has a lot of map control. Vala Ariel has good early game. Sonya has good shrine control.
I suppose
it's hard to say.
Super counter argument would be I need to go with prediction section starting with you.
I think Super Perfect Team have some crazy shrine clear, but that Medivh is going to make it.
Has a lot of map control. Vala Ariel has good early game. Sonya has control. It's hard to say.
Very difficult for them to blow up, and it's going to add a lot of sustains.
I think both teams got exactly what we would assume they would want in their drafts. However, I am going to put my vote onto Roll20.
Okay.
I liked SPT's draft until Leoric came out. I don't think Leoric has a very long chance to stay alive against Cursed Bullet and so on and everything else that there is. So for this reason, I will go with Roll20 as well.
All right, let's check in with the chat as well, see how they have voted. Going into Roll20 versus SPT, it seems like Roll20 currently eking things out by a pretty steep margin there. So for now, we are going to head over to the casting desk as we have Roll20 and SPT facing off on Infernal Shrines. As well, see how they have voted.
Thank you very much, Caleres. It's a clash of styles. Roll20 got everything. They want to be even. We're a little scared that they might not get their Medivh. They were risking it.
Yeah, it was a greedy draft for Roll20, but the call out here paid off over SPT. They, in fact, did get the Medivh, but in the blue, SPT representing China. We have Chen Xiao on the Valo, Wings playing Sonya, ZZH on Ariel, Melody C on Rhaegar, and Simba playing Leoric.
And playing for Roll20 representing North America, we've got Yoda playing Dehaka, Buds playing Malfurion, Justing on Varian, Prismatic Prism playing Greymane, and Glau